This is Amos 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. I'm going to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who do rule well and teach his truth with all honesty and sincerity. Salutation to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity, with great diligence, to wake up the hopeful elect. Shalom to you Israelite foreigners, scattered among the heathen, looking like the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel, and you hold near and dear this truth, and follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, wherever you may be scattered. And shalom to the few sincere Akwathium that listen and learn in silence, playing your creation role as the Lord commanded you to, which is in all subjection, reverencing your husbands, being his pillar of rest. It's your brother Azar from GMS St. Louis, and get into a video that's current news in St. Louis, which is becoming more and more of, I'll say, widespread across the country. You had police, St. Louis metropolitan area, get ambushed, by some gunmen as they pulled over another vehicle. And the people are just basically fed up, and they starting to see that at any moment their life can be taken at the hands of officers. So it festers a resentment for law enforcement. And it shows the signs of the times. I'm going to play this clip, and Lord willing, you be edified, and I'll grab some precepts.
Also developing now at 6, St. Louis police and federal agents are trying to track down those behind an ambush on law enforcement. That video you just saw catching the moment those shots rang out. No officers were hurt. This happened on the city's far north side. Officers were fired on during a traffic stop on Thekla near Riverview, near Calvary Cemetery. First Alert 4's Amanda Rowley has been following this for us all day, and she has more.
Here at police headquarters, SLMPD is saying they are using every resource available to track down who shot at law enforcement and ATF agents last night. Now, SLMPD says it's too soon at this point to call this a targeted attack, but they say every possibility is still on the table. In the latest update this afternoon from SLMPD, police and ATF agents made a traffic stop outside a meat market last night at Thekla and Oriole. Then, nearly 4 minutes later, that's when shots came from a gray Ford Fusion driving on Riverview Boulevard. Officers chased the car down, and the Ford crashed and the suspects ran away. The car in the traffic stop also left the area. Now, SLMPD says they're still trying to figure out who owns the Ford, but right now they don't have any reports that it was stolen. Investigators also do not know if there was any connection between the traffic stop and the vehicle that fired on officers.
These individuals need to be taken off the streets. They need to be taken into custody, and they need to be held accountable for their actions and what they did last night.
I pressed SLMPD on why police and ATF agents were in that area last night. What was their focus? They wouldn't say why, but we learned the traffic stop had something to do with the car's license plate.
Yesterday was a reminder that we are out there every single day working to get bad people off the street, to get trigger pullers off the street, and to get crime guns off the street.
SLMPD says the investigation spans across the river into Illinois. They're asking anyone with information or video from the area of the ambush to share that with police. Amanda Rowley, First Alert 4.
And guess what? The people are reluctant to help. There has been other videos of people doing response videos to the police force asking for help, because it's in people's minds the way they're being treated, you know, traffic stops turning into harassment, and oftentimes the person being pulled over unalived or beat up or just mistreated. And like I said, this is a sign of the times. It's just going to be a steady decline, you know, until it's all out anarchy. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. You know, the end of what? It's the end of Esau's reign of tyranny, man. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9. I'll start at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and who's currently in rulership? The Edomites, man. Esau, Edom. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And you see, and so with Esau ruling marks the end times. And we're in the end of the end times, man. Esau, Edom is losing grasp, you know, on the world. You know, the Lord is stirring up these spirits, you know, so that prophecy takes place. And with Esau going down and going out of power, Jacob, aka the Israelites, will come into power under the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This is what you're witnessing. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And the people are Salakia, the people are in a state of mourning, man. Because what? The wicked laws that are being passed, the harassment, the total disregard of life when it comes to, you know, the Israelites, man, and the poor. You know, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 tells you they think that anything is feeble is worth nothing. So they treat them as such. But the Lord is creating this uproar of the people, man, because it's time to for Esau to come out of power. You know, a few more prophecies to unfold, and hey, the Lord is hey, He's cracking the sky, man, to take these people fully out of power and into subjection, man. Let me jump down to verse 7. The righteous consider it the cause of the poor, but the wicked regard it not to know it. You see? Scornful men bring a city into a snare, but wise men turn away wrath. You see, they don't think about that, man. All they think about is coming down with the hammer, man, the hammer of the earth, man. It's all they think about, crushing, destroying, you know. Verse 14, the king that faithfully judgeth the poor, his throne shall be established forever. But guess what? Esau Edom doesn't rule that way. They think the weak, the meek, the feeble, their lives are worth nothing. You see, and you see his kingdom is coming down. You see, but the kingdom that's to come, the kingdom of the Israelites, the heaven for the Israelites, will be established forever, man, under the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. There ain't gonna be no uproars of the people. You know, ain't gonna be no wars. You know, the world is gonna be ran and governed in righteousness, man. Meaning also, you heathens gonna get righteous feet put up your backsides, man. And Esau Edom will receive double. And you see the shifting of the energy. The people are not afraid anymore. They thinking, what's the worst case worse? They're gonna take me out anyway. That's why you have things like this, these ambushes. And it's been some across the country, Tacoma, Washington, Kansas City, you know, to name a few. But they're hey, the scriptures are speaking. Let me grab matter of fact, I'll grab this is Proverbs 28:15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. You see? Verse 17, a man that doth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stay him. You see? So it's inevitable, man. And Esau Edom loves to seek blood. You know? They love to oppress the poor. They love to give out unrighteous decrees, man. So it's inevitable that this kingdom comes down, and it has to come down anyway, because the kingdom of heaven is not going to be occupied with any wicked kingdom, man. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see, and this is what you see coming to pass. They're not regarding these politicians, these lawmakers, and these law officials, man. They're not. People are realizing it's more of the people than it is people that uphold the law and run this corporation called the U.S., which will usher in the lockdowns and the mandates and the 15-minute cities like they're talking about. This violence is going to go hand in hand with verse 17. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They already talking about making, a lot of these big cities and the shopping area cities, the cities of big commerce, 15-minute cities. Just, for Esau to try to get more control than he has already. Verse 18, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See, so it's going to get bad, man. It's going to get worse and worse and worse until the Lord put an end to all of this. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 10. Verse 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And we don't live in a society of that fashion. It's quite the opposite. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And you see the type of mischief, chaos, and violence that go on in this place, America, aka Babylon the Great, the great whore, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, the great city. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. You see, and what is these wealthy what do they call them, technocrats, these wealthy people that are in these rulership, these authoritative positions, what do? Destroying the people. Kill Gates wants to block out the sun, replace cows with artificial meats. You know, they've made all these GMO products to give you no real nutrition. You know, they want to put, they have put nanotechnology inside of a lot of you in this country. Data centers, which are just coming out with all kinds of problems for the earth and its inhabitants, man. Sucking up all the water. You know, they seek to destroy the people to get more control. You know. Verse 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. So, right now, the earth is in the hands of one that is unprofitable. But the Lord is going to set up a righteous kingdom, man. And the people are going to rejoice, you know, because righteousness will go forth and the people will be treated, you know, way better than Esau Edom treated you in this world. Let's go to the book of Numbers, chapter 30. Verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And we know that this land had so much blood shed in the beginning, man. When the tribe of Gad and a lot of the northern kingdom came over here, there was blood shed from them as well. And then from Esau Edom, he multiplied that bloodshed. So guess what? This land, hey, the Lord gonna cleanse this land with fire, man. Whole thing is gonna be consumed. So you can expect more wickedness to ensue in this place until the Lord come and cause these kings of the earth to push those buttons, man. And this place be turned into the lake of fire. Hope this been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, and Abba Ball.